So now I'm going to talk a little bit about hoisting the spinnaker and the spinnaker rigging, spinnaker hired rigging at the back of the boat. So your spinnaker hired should be coming out either the starboard or port side of the centerboard trunk, and should be led through a cam cleat. I've got a Harkin 150 with an extreme angle fair lead. This metal bail is really important because that allows me to pull this line at any angle. The 150 cam cleat is appropriate because it has plenty of holding power for the spinnaker when you're on a reach in a decent breeze. Comes out of there, goes to the back of the boat, and on this boat we've got a becket, or a single block with a becket, so that I've got this bungee keeping it up off the floor so things don't get tangled. The retrieval line then goes forward to a cheek block on the side of the centerboard trunk. This is important because this gives me a point to pull very rapidly and cleanly to get the spinnaker, and I can pull the spinnaker whether I'm using a single belly button or a double belly button, doesn't really matter. If I'm using a single belly button, the spinnaker will come all the way back to here during the douse. So this is really helpful. Now prior to the hoist, I'm going to try to have the spinnaker pole set. Not an absolute. If you're going dead downwind, you've got a competent crew who's not going to freak out on you. It's perfectly okay to set the spinnaker without the pole up. I do it pretty frequently. But if you've got a green crew or you're new to flying spinnaker, make sure your pole is set on your hoist. You're going to stand up. You're going to put the tiller between your legs, and you can steer. You steer pretty easily like this. You've got plenty of motion. The boat's not going to go out of control wildly. You don't have to do anything silly. Just stand up. I'm going to bend down. I'm going to grab the line, and this is going to be a pretty aggressive pull. I'm going to pull up and then repeat. Get it up as quickly as I can before reaching forward and pulling the sheet. And that should get the spinnaker flying pretty easily for you. All right, we're going to do a spinnaker pole set. The cool thing about this system is it's completely symmetrical, so I can set from port or starboard. Right now we'll be on port tack. You can see this jib is over on starboard. So all I'm going to do is take my forward hand. Right now I have feet on either side of the boat, so my feet are straddling the centerboard trunk. So I'm very stable. I'm not worried about the boat rocking or anything. Very stable right now. I'm going to reach with my outside forward hand and grab the pole and push it forward. By doing that, everything is preset and I don't have to worry about anything. I'm going to bring this back and try not to put the spinnaker pole in the teeth of my skipper. Nobody likes that. Grab the end, release the windward sheet, grab it in hand, pick it up, and with the open hand, put the palm of my hand on top of the spinnaker pole and just roll back. And that clicks into position. And then we're going to kind of windmill action here with the hand. Push straight forward as far as you can go forward. Forward is better than out. And then just slam it on without touching the trip wire. If I touch the trip line, there's a distinct possibility that pops out. So just a reminder, you grab the line, roll it in, windmill your arm back, slap it on without ever touching the line. Ready to sail. All right, we're going to do a hoist now. Got the tiller between my legs. I'm going to make sure the line is clear, the main sheet out. Got the up line in one hand, the down line is clear. So I'm just going to reach down. Long the poles as possible. Reach forward, grab the sheets, and trim appropriately. If the pole isn't up yet, that's okay. Crew can step forward, set the pole. Pull forward first. And then all right, when it comes time to dousing the spinnaker, you need to make sure that I have the tiller Make sure that we have both ends of the halyard. So I've got the upside and the downside. I'm going to stand up, tiller between the legs. I'm going to let go of the tiller. I'm going to bend down and I'm going to grab from both sides at the same time. Okay, so I've had a lot of questions about dousing and a lot of discussion lately. To douse the spinnaker, I'm going to reach down with the pole up and the spinnaker flying. I'm going to reach down, I'm going to grab the retrieval line. I'm going to pull the retrieval line in tight until I can't pull anymore. Put my hand all the way at the bottom alongside the block, and then I'm going to release the halyard at the same time. It's going to be one big pull, like a 6-foot pull. And I got, first thing I want to do my best to make sure the spinnaker's flying before the douse. That makes things go a lot easier. So I'm having a little bit of difficulty making that happen because the wind's a little forward. But here we go, I got my spinnaker flying. For the moment, I don't have a crew in the camera, so I got my sheets cleated. I'm going to reach down and grab the retrieval line. I'm going to pull it taut, like absolutely taut. My hands all the way down, and then as quickly as I can, and as long as strokes as possible, I'm going to release and douse at the same time. So right there, I just did 2 quick pulls. Everything's completely collapsed. We'll finish the draw. Now we're ready to put the pole away. Okay, we're going to show dousing the pole. When you reach up to douse the pole, you put your hand in between the trip line and the pole by twisting your hand and pushing up at the same time. You trip that end and this end. We're going to bring it down and place it along the same side of the mast that your bungee is. I'm going to bring the bungee around and set it. It's a really big deal to make sure that the jib sheet, the lazy jib sheet, is in front of the pole. If you trap the pole, trap the jib sheet under the pole, when you go to tack the boat, the jib sheet will not come across. So make sure when you do this, you push that forward and then reach around with your far hand. It's a kind of an awkward reach around, but it's pretty quick. It only lasts a few seconds. Just reach around blind, pull it on, and you're set.